What is up, YouTube? This is Eli Beaverson Golf, and welcome to Tournament Recap Episode 2. Today I'll be recapping my qualifier for the Indiana State Amateur Championship. So, this qualifier was held at Bearslide on Monday, June the 4th. It was played from around 6,800 yards or so. The field was about 42 players for 26 qualifying spots, but there were actually some people that withdrew, so the final number that completed the round was 36. So guys, let's get right into the footage from the round. Okay, so to talk specifically, it was a really interesting round, guys. I started off nicely, made a solid par at the first hole, solid par at the second hole, and then at number 4, a par 3 over water, I hit the most gorgeous 7-iron to a tucked back right pin, hit that to 5 feet, but unfortunately missed the birdie putt, but that still left me even through 4. I bogeyed 5, parred 6, bogeyed 7, and then parred 8 and 9 to shoot a solid front 938. At that point, I knew if I could just play some decent golf on the back 9, I would qualify with absolutely no difficulty at all. Unfortunately, I bogeyed 10, but then in 11, I hit a nice drive. My second shot, I fanned out just a little bit to the right. I only had about a 6 or 7 yard little flop from the rough. I pitched it up nice and high and soft. It landed, spun left, and just released right into the cup. It was an awesome pitch-in birdie. And then from there, I step up to the 12th tee, pulled my drive a little bit left. Thankfully, it was in play. My layup was great, but my third shot, we thought the wind, my dad was on the bag. It was awesome to have him on the bag again. We thought the wind was just from the right. We didn't realize it was hurting, but unfortunately, there was a lot of hurt in it. And the ball crossed the hazard, but it was only about this far from the rocks. So I tried to hack it out and whiffed over the top of the golf ball. At that point I reevaluated, then I chipped out sideways, and then my next pitch shot was okay. It left about 15 or 20 feet. I missed that and made a triple. So at this point I jumped from 2 over to 5 over. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous. I'm thinking, okay, I'll be fine. If I can just finish off, okay, this will be no problem at all. I came back really strong at 13 with this awesome birdie putt from about 10 feet right up the hill.
Yes!
It hung on, and I made a big momentum changing birdie. I made a great up and down par at 14, and then 15 I made a bogey, and then I'm thinking, okay, still at 5 over, everything's still okay, not a big deal. So I'm on the tee at 16, a par 3 downhill, is playing about 155. I took an 8-iron, and unfortunately I hit it just enough off the toe that it came up short. It plugged right up against a rock wall. Had to take an unplayable lie, and then I sculled that one over the green, chunked my next one, bladed my next one over the front of the green again, and then got up and down for a quadruple bogey 7 at a par 3. Believe it or not, my playing competitor made an 11 on this hole. I kid you not, we combined for 18 strokes on this par 3. Never seen anything like it in my entire life and hope never to again. So that really rattled me. I mean, I kept my cool really well, but I was really mentally rattled. I was now 9 over with 2 holes to go, short par 4, and a long, hard par 4. I bogeyed the 17th. I knew I'd have no chance if I made a bogey. I had to make par birdie to have any chance. It was a really windy day. The conditions were tricky. I thought if I could make a par birdie, I would have a chance to qualify because the field strength wasn't ridiculously good. My second shot was really nice. I had about 35 feet up the hill for birdie, and I gave it a great stroke, and it just missed under the low side of the hole. I mean, it just missed. When it was about 10 feet out, I thought it was going to go in, and it just missed on the low side. So I tapped in for my par and sat around for about an hour and a half hoping that I would make it through, and thankfully I did. So an 81 on that tricky windy day was good enough to make it through. I played really nicely, really nicely, except for those 2 blow-up holes. I mean, I can't really complain about my ball striking from the day. It was really solid. I hit only 6 greens, but that was okay in those winds. I mean, it was probably 15, 20 mile per hour winds on a really hard and long golf course. And I had 24 putts. That's really good for me. I had 8 of 14 fairways. I drove the ball quite well most of the day. So guys, I'm looking forward to the Indiana Amateur Championship. It'll be held June 18th through 21st at Otter Creek in Columbus, Indiana. So I'm looking forward to that. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And guys, I will see you in the next video.